I'll be right back. I'll be back. Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm in spreadsheet world right now. Um, what is what's your account name? Let us take a look here. Light Smite. All right, so first things first. You're not using my build. You're using Bubgun's build, and there's some challenges in his build doing damage. Like, his builds are not made for newer players, and basically it sucks until you get like 100 divine worth of gear. Like he doesn't build his characters for like he doesn't build his characters for mid game or early game. He only builds them for late game, and then he like just takes away some stuff and then says here's a build, and it doesn't work that well. I mean, he's a great creator and I got nothing against him, but um well, I mean, we can you can change to my build. It's just going to cost some currency to respec. And so the question is, how many regrets, how many respecs, and how much currency do you want to spend to make changes? I do have. I mean, you're gonna need like 40 regrets, give or take. So here, I'll show you. I'll show you what to do, and then I'll save this for you. And I'll give you an idea of what kind of damage you're doing right now, and then what kind of damage you can do. All right. So, um, honestly, your DPS is not bad. Your survivability is super tanked, though. And you got something going on with your skills because you can't possibly reserve all that. Are you just using haste? I don't know what you're doing here. All right. All right. So here's the thing. First off, are you trying to improve your damage or your survivability? So my build focuses on being tanky and being able to scale your damage in very reliable, methodical ways. Um, but your damage right now is not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. Um, this is so here we're gonna play with some stuff here. So first off, don't do any of this yet. You just need to make sure everything works right. We're gonna kick and kick. All this is fine. I'm gonna kick that. This is fine, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Kick that. Here, here, here. What level are you? 90? Puts us at 82. Got no source of rage currently. I mean, technically, no, 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 no. Don't worry about that. You would actually get rage on a lethal pride jewel right here, but that's for the future. $89, so we got 1 point left to spend. You're probably gonna need strength. That one right there for now. All right, so this ball, Nightblade, Ice Bite. Yeah. All right. So this change will get you from 1.2 million DPS to 2.6 million DPS. But we need to fix your hit chance. Because like Hasiday is garbage. With a capital G. So we're probably going to give up a little bit. Oh, well, here. We can do this. So we dump spell suppression wheel here, and we get spell suppresses lucky here. Then we can go into here, and then we only need to net .93% chance. We really need to be 100%. That's good. We can probably get accuracy on a shield. Inverted. 32k. 100 health. Oh, this is not serving you any benefit. This is like a super late game stacking node. It doesn't really do anything for you at this point in your journey. All right, that all looks good. Can put 1 point here to move back over to inveterate. Although, if we have the extra point, we can do spell suppression lucky over here, and you don't have to respect that. So that puts you at 90. There. And then we need to find a shield. The shield will be cheap. All these shields are all really cheap. On an armor evasion shield. Oh, that's right. You need the iron reflex issue. Sorry, inveterate wheel. Get lucky over here. Evasion, no worky unless you have a lot more evasion. You need armor so you don't go splat. So we're gonna go into iron reflexes. I'll make some notes on here for you. We're going into iron reflexes. In fact, I'll put the notes on here. Iron reflexes until all items are armor evasion. Then remove iron reflexes. And run hybrid. Armor evasion everywhere. Flasks. You want to run a silver flask, a granite flask, a jade flask, and a quartz flask. And then life. For flask affixes, you're going to want % armor, % evasion, curse effect reduced. And then until you're later on in the build, probably shock effect reduced. And then for your gods, you're going to run Brine King. And then your secondary god, you just change based on your map. Like if the map has a lot of crit, you may want additional physical damage reduction. If the map has all enemies ignite, you want to run ignite duration reduction. You can run reduced effective shock here, which is a really strong one. If it's a map where there's bleeding, you want to run Soul of Wraeclast. Change your minor god to solve the affixes that you encounter on the map. But you want to run Soul of the Brine King with the avoid frozen, and you cannot be stunned if you've been stunned, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you adjust the minor pantheon based on what you currently need. We need a shield now. So shield, we would prefer an armor evasion shield because we always want armor evasion. An elegant round shield is the best. If you can't find a good one, a teak round shield is good, or a spiny round shield is good. Very, very nice. So we'll just use a spiny round shield for now. The most important part of this shield is this increased block chance. You want the highest roll that you can get on the increased block chance. You want increased percentage armor and evasion on your shield here. And you want max life on your shield here. And you want accuracy on your shield here. And then these other two slots, you just want some elemental resistances. So this is a shield. These are super easy shields to find. They're like 1 or 2 C, very, very cheap. This Rebuke of the Vol Blade is 1 or 2 C, very, very cheap. And so very, very simple things to come by. We are going to need Versatile Combatant for you, which means we still are 1 point shy. We'll pull out Point Blank. Next challenge, Point Blank. You have Pierce here, and you have additional proj here. You need to buy a Lightning Strike non-Vol. You don't need a Vol one. It needs to be level 21 and 20% quality. Don't worry about this Vol Lightning Strike. So you want a level 21, 20 quality Lightning Strike. If you can find or afford a level 21, 20 quality Vol Lightning Strike, that's wonderful. But don't stress over it. Return Proj is correct. Multi-Strike is good. Trinity is good. Ice Bite. Life Tap. We are running Life Tap. So you'll need to life tap Whirling Blades, and you can kick Rage off of here because that wasn't really doing anything for you anyway. Precision, Anger, Grace. So you want to run Anger, Grace, and then you need to do Precision, Arrogance. It costs a little bit of life to do, but it's fine. This automation Blood Rage I don't like. You can do it, but you're spending 50 life per second because it just continuously casts it. This is so easy. You manually cast it one time and it refreshes the duration every time you kill something. So I'm not sure. I don't think this automation Blood Rage is a good plan. Steel Skin automated is perfectly fine. Oh, that's fine. You can do that too. Assassin's Mark is not good. We want to run Sniper's Mark. And this Hydrosphere thing, you know, like it's not bad. You can keep running it. I don't know if it's actually ever really doing much, but it doesn't hurt. You can keep running it. So like if it's triggering, it's a decent damage bonus because you get lightning and cold exposure, and you get a secondary shocked or sat, whatever. This is POB padding is what it is. So I don't ever include this in any of the calculations. So you were at 1 point. Ooh, our crit is so low. Why is our crit so low? Enemy is bleeding. That crit is so low. Oh, hold on. Just because we're using a Vol Pact Blade. No, that's fine. All right, so you were at 1.2 million DPS before. This puts you at 3.1 million. So it's a huge upgrade to your damage. You were at like 70k effective health pool before. Now you're at 330k effective health pool. You were at like 7k max fizz hit. Now we're at 13k. You're at 65% chance to block, 61% chance to block spells, 78% spell suppression, 30k armor. You'll need to change these flasks out. This sulfur flask and this quicksilver flask need to go away. You need to run the granite and the jade there. Sulfur flask is such a tiny damage increase. Just run granite and jade, and that'll further boost our survivability here. Like flask, utility, granite. You always want to get charges when you're hit by an enemy. That's ideal. And then charges when you're hit by an enemy, and then evasion on jade flasks. If you're gonna craft your flasks or buy your flasks, get a granite with evasion on it and a jade with armor on it. It'll be cheaper. If you're gonna craft them, then you just get whatever you can. Like it doesn't matter which one it's on. But if you're gonna buy them, don't buy an armor flask. Buy an armor evasion and then an evasion armor, because an armor will be like 60C, and then an armor evasion will be like 15C. So that kicks our fizz max hit up to 15k. And so just to give you a comparison, and this is without really buying any gear. You're buying a 1C sword and like a 10C shield. So you're spending very little currency. But we'll go back to our base character and import. So your base character was 1.4 million DPS, 19k effective health pool, 7k fizz max hit, 28k fire. Your cold res needs to be fixed. But these are your base stats. And if you change just changing your tree and going back to and getting those two items, you go to 3 million DPS, 330k effective health pool, 15k fizz max hit. So huge difference. Also, keep in note, your life tap or your lightning strike has changed. We're running life tap now. Ice bite replaced night blade because we're no longer using a claw. We're using a sword. If you want to spend money, you can get a much better sword than this, but it's super good for 1 or 2 chaos. So, if you later when you want to upgrade your character, you can get a much better sword than this. But change that stuff over. Try that out. And if it feels good, then we can figure out how much you want to spend and how you want to improve the character. And then I still have to figure out how to fix this guy. My poor little guy over here is struggle busting. Okay, so Astromentus, thank you very much for the follow, Strange. I appreciate it. I guess it's just the mana. I just need more ES for mana. Just need more mana, but then I need more recovery because then the recovery is melting me. Why is his Chevron's defense modifiers? I need Catalyst. And I can't catalyze a corrupted ring. Son of a biscuit eater. I need a 75 int non-corrupted chevrons. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think Hydrosphere is really doing anything special for you. You're going to get an interrogation later anyway, which replaces the whole idea behind it. But the amount of times that that's actually giving you any benefit are like so few that I don't think it's worth it. It's one of those things. It's really just like POB padding. Defense modifiers. Defense modifier. I need 20 of you. First, I have to buy Chaos Orbs. Chaos Orb. Buy an orb. Give me the Chaoses. This new currency exchange vendor is so fucking nice. So nice. You know, on the Chinese PoE servers, you can do this with any item in the game. They just have like a in-game vendor for trading every item with every player. But they hate us on the international servers, so we don't get that. Still not enough to sustain, but we're closer. All right, I need attribute enhancements too. These are going to be expensive. Oh, they're not too bad. 1 to 4. Oh no, mine already had attribute. Oops. Guess I could buy a good ring. Attribute enhance. How much currency I got left? I got 3 dev to spend on a ring. Or I can attribute enhance this belt. Or I could find a good belt. Why don't we see if 3 div can get us a belt? I think that would be the biggest thing. Ah, these belt prices are crazy. 11, 1.2 is 13. We could do an 11% stat belt. This guy who's AFK has this belt that I need. I need him to stop being AFK. Guess I can look for a ring instead. Resistances are super scuffed though. Actually not bad. I wish I didn't have that rarity prefix on it. Or the evasion prefix. This one is looking the best, although I wish it didn't have the minions. The POB doesn't accurately reflect that you at one point and should kill all the bandits. That's not a big deal. That's just take off the chance to suppress spell damage just lucky and add that when you level up. or take off this point right here. You've got like one dex node going to this like empty basic jewel socket that's not doing anything at all. Like that could come off. I think this is the one. This is the ring that we need for the build. Oh, it's a beautiful ring. Beautiful ring. And reroll that fire res as cold res on our little harder crafting station here because we don't need the fire res. We need fire to cold. I sold all my yellow juice. Son of a biscuit eater. Now we have to run a map for yellow juice. We have no cold res. That's okay. That's alright. We're working. Get this build put together at some point here. Needs to be cold and lightning. There we go. That looks better. This is this arcane righteous fire that I've like it's super scuffed. I'm just trying to put it together and make it work. And I need more mana for more energy shield, for more recovery. It's just like a continuous I need more of this, I need more of that, I need more of this, I need more of that. Balancing act. What are these flesh and stones selling for? Chaos. Could use an influx in spending. We are just fine. That's a ridiculously high. Probably still have no sustain. But maybe. I'm actually reserved down to 1 life. So we need a son of a bitch. Can't turn on Rex Fire because I'm reserved down to 1 life. Maybe I can roll 55 max life on this stupid. 54. Does that cut it? 54 good enough? Nope. Five get me to 2 life? It does. We have 2 life. We can turn on Righteous Fire. We have sustain. All right. We're cooking now. All right, let's test out a T16 map. Just a regular old T16 map, and we'll see how scuffed this build is on our first run. So far, so good. Can't deal with chaos damage if we're ever low on mana. This is Arcane Righteous Fire. And so it's the mana version of it. And this is my first like attempt at making a build guide on that. This is a Hierophant Archmage Righteous Fire. What about the gameplay kills it for you? I need a curse. I don't have a curse. Oh, well, this one is a little bit more active because I need to be Scorching Raying in order to generate Arcanist Brands, in order to regenerate mana and apply debuffs. So it's not quite as passive as like Poe's Righteous Fire. But unlike Poe's Righteous Fire, we can actually do damage. That was not bad for a T16 map. We're using an Indigon to power our abilities. I should buy a better Indigon, but this is all just testing. I've got maybe a couple divine total in this gear. It's not super pricey. The only thing I don't like is the constant mana battle. I need to just automate this freaking flask. Extra fizz damage is cold. Unique bosses extra life. Unique bosses plus. And this is like a juicy ass 8 mod map. Let's see what kind of a shit show this is. Extra damage is cold is probably bad since I have 28% cold res. We're probably gonna die in here, but we'll see. Oh, yep. Fucking eater with extra cold damage. That's a terrible plan. The stupid eater guys, the range guys are gonna melt me with 28% cold res. Every time they spawn off the screen and start blasting me, it's gonna be bad. Yeah, I've got a sapphire flask. But you know how uptime is. It's always up whenever you don't need it. Yo, why is my fucking shield charge sucking? I'm stuck. I mean, damage is solid. This is like 3 million, 4 million righteous fire damage. Be my guess. It's hard to say with Endagon sometimes exactly what your damage is. And so I've got mana flask for. Oops. I've got mana flask for clear. I really wish I could use a legacy. Did I get away with a legacy of Fury? Could I use a legacy of Fury? I lose a lot of stats. But I do get a big evasion armor roll on it. That's nice. I mean, we can try a legacy. That would be great for single target. And clear. Both. And movement speed. And a little bit of defenses. We lose a lot of recovery, though. A lot of int, strength, and max mana. Oh, wait, nope, that's corrupted. We don't want to corrupt it. What the hell happened? All right, we're going to try Legacy of Fury. Lakati, why don't you have any resistances? Because we're using every unique in the game. Apparently, we don't care about resistance. I really only need to reserve. I don't know. I guess I'd follow my mana under. I don't know. We're working here. Working. Can we sustain now? I can't even use discipline anymore. Why can't I use discipline? Oh, because I had life on those.